Good day, everybody. This is Vic from V Drive bringing it to you. 2020 Cadillac CT4V. This has to be the best pre-owned car that you can buy in 2025. 5 years. After 5 years, I'm just going to explain it to you what kind of value you can get out of this car and what kind of features you can get as compared to the BMW and the Audis of the world that you're comparing it with. First off, you have the nice, beautiful remote starter key that you can see. You have the Cadillac badge right here. You actually have the manual key in case the fob dies, and of course the trunk opener too. You have the beautiful looking package. It's the sport package, the blacked out grille. You have the Cadillac badge at the back. You have the aero shutters behind it, which looks really good. You have the LED lights. That's a daytime running lights, and you still have the LEDs. No fog lamps, because these suckers right here, they're going to help you really well. You have the front sensors, no front camera because it needs the one more tech package, which is not a problem. And you have the aluminum brushed rims on the side. You have the disc brakes, you have the V brakes, which is Brembo brakes basically, and you have a lot of V badging there too. Now for the safety features, you have the rain sensing wipers right here, as you can see. You have the front camera mirror for emergency braking too. Now, brand new, this car was $65,000 in Canada, but right now you can get it for half the price because the depreciation on a luxury car is crazy. You can buy one of these guys for 32,000 Canadian right now. Now let me just show you the quick walk around of the car, just so I can show it to you how it looks like. It has a nice tail lamps at the back. It's an all-wheel drive. You have the dual exhaust on both the side. That looks really nice. Backup camera, sensors, all that kind of stuff there too. And this is how the car looks like. Now, when you drive one of these cars, it's going to give you a really nice luxury look. People are going to think you're rich, even though you're not. You have the nice spoiler at the back, gives you a nice look overall, as you can see. And if you'll open this up, you have a plenty of space. Now, obviously, the friend that I borrowed this car from, he didn't really clean the car, but that's okay. You can throw a body if you like. Now, let's just go to the vehicle there so I can show it to you what kind of engine it's packing. All right, guys, under the hood you have this 2.7 turbocharged engine that's putting out 350 horsepower and 380 pound-feet of torque paired to 8-speed transmission. That's the same engine GMC and Chevy has been using in their Pro and the Custom line, but detuned, and of course lesser torque and more horsepower for this specific package. You have the V badge right there. This is how the engine looks like. Plenty of power, so you can still go fast and stay out of trouble if you like. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you do not forget to hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 10,000 subscribers within like next 40 days or so. I need all your support. If there's a car that you want me to review, make sure you let me know. I'll make sure go out of the way and find that car for you. Now, before I get to the front seats, I just want to quickly show you one drawback of this car. I'm 6'2", and if you're tall like me and you like to sit all the way back, there's not going to be much space at the back, but this is how everything is going to look like. You will have the child seats at the back. You will have the USB port at the back too, but because it's an all-wheel drive vehicle, you have a big bump in the middle, which is not a problem, but still just want to mention it to you. And one big thing about this car is it's a rear wheel bias platform, so the power from the engine is going to be transferred more to the back than to the front, and so you can actually have some drifts if you like. There is a single sunroof, as you can see. Inside here, you are welcome with the V badge right here, all weather mats, all that kind of stuff. You have the power seats inside both driver and passenger, and you have the nice leg extension here. You can also use this button to actually move your bolsters forward and backward to give you a nice sporty feel as well. You have the Performance Series Bose speakers, power windows, all that kind of stuff with the memory seats here too, and you do have a blind spot detection there too. And when you get inside, this is how everything looks like. You have the nice Cadillac steering wheel. You have the velocity mode right here, which is the V mode. You have, of course, your nice Glusher screen. You have the digital dash. You have the heads-up display, paddle shifters here, and this is your screen looks like. You have the Apple CarPlay Android Auto, which is inbuilt, and if you're traveling with the family, you do have a Wi-Fi there too. You have the heated seats, of course, a heated steering wheel here with the adaptive cruise, wireless charging, and this is how you shift your transmission. Volume knobs and button if you want to use your screen, because this is Cadillac. Cup holders, all that kind of stuff there too. This is how everything looks like. Let me know your thoughts. What do you guys think? Do you see value buying this vehicle over any other German vehicle? Let's get to it. Let's just go for a drive so we can find that out. All right, let's just go for a quick drive in our 2020 CT4V. This vehicle is actually really nice, you know, and if you're spending about $32,000 on this vehicle, this has to be the best value vehicle in my opinion. Whether or not you are a North American vehicle fan, that's your discretion, but you know what? I'm just going to cover some nice portions in this vehicle. Number one, it's the blind spots in this one. It's a small car, I'm a big guy. There are going to be slightly bit blind spots with the side pillars, as you can see right here, but with the blind spots on the side, it's going to let me know who is around me. But if I'll turn my head, I can definitely see everything, just not too much in that corner, unless I have concave mirrors on the side right there. Talking about the suspension, since we are going over some bumps, it feels really, really nice. I won't say it's like an adaptive suspension nice, because at the end of the day, it's not really a Blackman edition where you are getting adaptive suspension, but it still feels overall really smooth. Car feels nice. It has the nice control. Seats really hug me, which is pretty cool. All right, here we are a little bit on a highway, so we can show it to you how it performs. Look at this. The car just goes. It really shows you, what the car is made for. Even after 5 years and 116,000 kilometers, car has a lot of juice left, which is a really nice thing. The paddle shifters gives you a nice control. Now I'm going to put this vehicle into the sport mode, or should I say track mode. The RPM goes up, the shifting goes a little bit faster, gives you a real nice feeling of what you're driving. Let's just talk about the comfort. The big difference I have seen in this one and any other vehicle of this category is the bottom portion of the leather. The leg extension gives you a really nice feel. Now obviously, if you're tall like me, you will need some extra support for your legs. That's where the car is going to come in really, really handy. And that's what's going to help you actually. Now let's just take this quick sharp curve and see how the car is going to respond to that. We are in the track mode, just so you know, so the suspension is going to be slightly bit tighter, not like adaptive suspension tighter, but still not too bad. It's going to give it a little bit of a power. Let's just see how the car handles. The shifting goes really fast. Oh wow, what a control. This is awesome. The braking feels really good. It's not really going too much side to side. Changing these lanes, not really feeling a crazy amount of body roll. Since it's a sports car, you are more closer to the ground than you're not. Woo! Wow! God! This feels great. The shifting, it just goes into a performance shift mode, and the way it shifts, it's really, really nice. Whew, I wish you guys are able to experience this along with me right now. Guys, I want to hear from you. What's your thoughts regarding this vehicle? Do you have this? Have you driven it? What do you think? In my opinion, for the money that you're going to spend on a 5-year-older vehicle with the depreciation, after all that crazy cost, and a vehicle that has no accident or anything like that, this has to be the best option possible. But I want to hear from you. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. But make sure you do not forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much.